Okay, so hi everyone. So I'm going to do a little tutorial on how to use the new A1C machine per Allison's request. So as you can see, if you want to come a little closer, there's 3 buttons on the top. The first button is for patient tests. This is for control tests. So the control, I will be taking care of that. And so this will be used for patient test. So you're going to have your patient, you're going to bring all your supplies in. So this is one of our test cartridges. You have your lancets, some gauze, and some alcohol preps. A little bit different on how you're going to check someone, how you're going to grab your sample. Thank you, Monik. And so in the tutorial it said you didn't have to wipe off the first drop of blood, but I still do just to make sure it's not contaminated. And so now you'll open up your test cartridge. You have to make sure if you are not using it that it stands up straight, because there's fluid in these little areas right here. Okay, so this part comes right out. And the trick with this is you have to come in from this side. And then that's how much blood you need. Very, very small amount. And then you put this back in the area. Okay. And so once you put your sample back in here, you have 1 minute to put it into the machine. So you click on patient test. Put your cartridge in. There's only one way to do it. If you try to do it the opposite way, it won't fit. So you place it in, close lid. So now initially you'll do a quick check of your cartridge to see if you have enough samples or if there's air or if it's appropriate. And so it liked our sample, so now it's going to start running the patient test. Now while you're waiting, you can put in patient identifiers. And so if you don't put in initials and date of birth, it won't kick out the cartridge. Okay, so you click on the patient button and it looks like this. So you click on the ABC and we'll say it's Monik G, and then we go back to numbers and I'm going to say your birth date. Sure. And then once you put in initials and birth date, you click OK. And so as you can see, it put her identifiers at the top. So now it's just going to run for 3 minutes, and then in the center of the screen it will give us a number. Perfect. So now our sample is done. We have our result, 5.4%, and we would click OK. And then it kicks out our cartridge because we put in our patient identifiers. We just take it out, close it up, and this can either go in the sharps or it can go in the trash. And that's all there is to it. Hi everyone, good morning. This is Kimberly. I'm trying to make a little clip to show you how to bill appropriately for using the A1C machine. So it's really easy. It's just a few steps. It's very simple to how you bill for like the ID Now COVID test. So if you're not already in an encounter, you would create a new encounter, but initially you could just do it under the visit where the patient is coming in for the day. So I created a new visit for today, so we'll click on that. You'll go to your little test tubes for orders, and you'll go to order summary, and then you're going to create a new order. And so you'll come up here to the top of the screen, and at the drop down you'll do in-house lab. You'll make sure you click diagnosis. So for the A1C machine it's going to be for type 2 diabetes. Then you'll click on the hemoglobin A1c, come down to test details, and then you'll click on collection date. Now up here in the right hand corner is specimen charge. You'll click the drop down and click on the capillary specimen collect. And so that will be for billing. And then you click on save. down here in the right-hand corner. So now you have your order for your hemoglobin A1c. You can put this order in while you're waiting for your sample to run, which takes about 3 minutes. And so if you come down here to results, there's little arrows. You can click on that. You would say new results entry. And then once you get the result on the hemoglobin machine, you place it here. So we can say there's 7.6%. And then you save it. So now the provider will get a message in their lab results, but also you will see it here in the lab results. So 7.6%. And that's all you'll need to do. So your provider will get a notification, but you can also let them know what it is as well.
The other thing you can check to make sure that the charges were submitted correctly in Superbill. And there should be 2 charges, and they're there. The charge for the hemoglobin A1c itself and for the specimen handling. You can also check it here in the procedures module, and this shows all the procedures that a patient has had. So you just look for today's date and make sure that those 2 charges were captured. All right, thanks, Kim, for being our guest, our guest today. So thank you so much, and happy hemoglobin A1c.